the Bob Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Cassie Heiter.
Well, so far so good. It's absolutely gorgeous outside. We've got lots of sunshine. We have some high clouds rolling in from the west, and we also have our storm system, but it's way out there in the west. You can see that cold front moving through Colorado, some snow showers just west of Denver, some travelers advisories. This same storm system, it is headed our way, but we're going to get plain rain out of this. It's just too warm for us to get that snow, at least for most of the state. Now, later tonight, that is when I think the metro has the best chance of seeing any rain. It's going to be well after midnight. In fact, right now it's looking sometime between about 5 o'clock is when we're going to see our best chances and maybe some light rain by your early morning commute. But right now, we've just got partly cloudy skies. This is our El Reno camera, part of our Lucky Star Sky Cam network. We're at 71 degrees. That wind's out of the south-southeast between about 15 to 25. We're at 70 in Enid, 70 in Fort Cobb, 66 over in Clinton. We're at 68 in Tecumseh and 70 right now in Bristow. Lots of upper 60s to low 70s across the northern half of the state and some more low 70s across the south, but we're still sitting at 40 degrees where we currently have a pretty big snowpack. But in western Oklahoma, also a little bit more wind today. We're already seeing wind gusts over 30 to 35 miles an hour east of I-35. Still breezy. That's winds out of the southeast between about 10 to 20 or so. So our big storm system, you can see it churning out to the west, and this is all going to be making its way across our state later tonight. So looking more specifically about when this rain will start to move in, I think later this evening, we're going to start to see some showers and storms in the Panhandle, and we're going to try to get a few storms in the far western or southwest part of the state. But notice this is 10 o'clock late this evening, so it's going to be pretty late. Then the coverage starts to increase a little bit more later this evening as we get a little bit closer to midnight. Now we have at least a chance of seeing a few showers and storms in north central Oklahoma, but the better chance for really the rest of I-35, crossing I-35, that's not going to happen until well after midnight. And then showers and scattered storms will continue across the eastern half of the state by mid to late morning. And then Wednesday afternoon, we're looking nice and dry again with clearing skies during the day, and temperatures look fairly mild. Today, certainly mild temperatures climbing well ahead of schedule. We're already sitting in the low 70s. I think we top out in the low to mid 70s today, about 74 in downtown Oklahoma City, but 76 in Guthrie, 74 in Choctaw, 74 later today in Yukon, the low 70s in Enid, 72 in Ponca City, 74 in Durant, and 73 this afternoon in Lawton. So for later this evening, the chance of rain and storms, and again, probably after about 8, 9 o'clock or so, that chance is going to be the best in the far western half of the state. The farther east you go, those chances will drop off significantly. So in Oklahoma City, our chances don't happen until late tonight. But initially, with some of these storms late this evening in far western Oklahoma, there will be a low threat that some of these storms could produce. Quarter-size hail, wind gusts of 60 miles an hour, but those chances overall are going to stay very low. And then overnight tonight, the severe chances basically go away. We're still going to have rain and storms make their way east across I-35. So right now, we bumped it up to about 60% chance here in Oklahoma City, but the chance will be just a little bit higher across the north. And then in southeast Oklahoma, those chances look a little bit lower. Tonight, we're dropping down into the low 50s, about 52 in Heiter, 53 in Arcadia, 52 in Piedmont, and 52 degrees in Mustang. Also looking at the low 50s across north, here comes the cold front dropping down into the mid 40s in Woodward and Clinton, but the middle 30s out in Guyman. Tomorrow afternoon, it is going to be a little blustery. That wind's going to be out of the northwest, so although that high says 62 degrees, it may feel a little bit cooler than that most of the afternoon. The upper 50s in Woodward, 63 in Hobart, 64 in Lawton, and 62 tomorrow afternoon in Stillwater. By the time we get into tomorrow night and Thursday morning, temperatures will be even colder. We will be dropping down into the 30s. I think right now, at least at this point in Oklahoma City, we're looking at about 36, 37 degrees by Thursday morning. So areas of frost will be a possibility, but it's going to be more of a freeze the farther north and west that you go. So especially out there in the Panhandle. Thursday afternoon, though, it doesn't take much. We're going to have a south wind. It looks pretty light here in central and eastern Oklahoma, but temperatures still make it back into the mid 60s. So we're going to recover pretty quickly, but it's going to be more windy in western Oklahoma. 64 in Clinton, 66 in Woodward, and 65 degrees in Hobart. 9-day forecast showing temperatures are going to stay fairly mild for the next several days. We do have another chance of seeing rain and storms by the time we get to next week. Right now, that better chance looks to be on Monday. With that particular storm system, the severe threat, it will be there. Right now, it's low, but we're going to watch it and fine tune it as we get a little bit closer But one thing's for sure, some of the data is trying to bring in some much colder air by about midweek. Yesterday, it was looking like only one set of data was showing it, bringing in a cold blast. But today, the other set of data that we like to look at, or I like to look at, is also starting to get a little bit colder.
Oh, goodness.
I was hoping that would go away, but it's not right now. It looks like it's going to eventually get colder by next week.
We appreciate all of that you look at to be able to tell us. Thank you so much. All right. Hey, we're back right after this.